Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics, and I have another Silver Age key book, one that I didn't think I'd be finding at such a good price. But I got the normal super thin envelope, which, I'm sure everybody loves getting. It seems like these days boxes aren't a thing anymore. I guess with inflation and everything, people are trying to minimize every single thing they could do. So not even Gemini mailers are a thing anymore. So we'll see if this comic arrives safely. They were at least kind enough to put a "Do Not Bend" sticker on it. So we're going to find out and see what happens. So while I'm waiting for people to come on in, I just want to remind people the auction I did last Sunday, you still have until tomorrow, Sunday the 31st at 11:59 p.m. to contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. I'll show the email address. It's right in the center where you see the PayPal, to be able to get any of the unsold comics. So you have until 11:59 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. That's Sunday, the 31st of August, to be able to acquire any of the comics that have not sold on the auction. I had somebody contact me today for one of the books, but I haven't heard back from them yet. So anything is game if you are interested. So if you want to critique the AI art, by all means, please do. We're going to give a shout out to my paid Patreon members. If you join my Patreon at patreon.com/we love comics, you'll get your name up on the board, shouted out every single video. And there's a new early access. If you become a We Love Comics Patreon member, when I do my auctions, it's usually a video a week before called the sneak peek video, where you can actually be able to make offers on any comic before the auction happens. But if you become a paid member, you can actually get a week before the sneak peek video ever comes out. So you'll have exclusive ability to get any of the comics that are going to be on the auction 2 weeks before anybody can do it on the auction, and 1 week before anybody can see it on the sneak peek video. So there is no minimum other than the minimum to join anybody's Patreon. So shout out Sith Lord, Michael, Kevin, Dan, Herbert, Annabelle, Jason, Kim, Bless, Joey, Ashton, Kendall Kid Comics YouTube, at Scott WU077 Instagram, Stephen L. Turk Author Facebook, and at Silver Age Surfer _ Comics. We get the 20 paid members. We're 5 away. I got some giveaways. You'll get it's a raffle that we'll do every month, and I'll ship anywhere around the world, and I will pay for the shipping and handling, so you don't have to worry about that. For every $2 you contribute, you'll get an entry. So the more you contribute, the more entries you'll get once we get those 20 members in any given month. So, Constipated in Sin City, happy Saturday. Good to see you. Here is the wonderful protection that they put this key Silver Age book in. And of course, they use the very thick tape, which is always what you really want when you have a super thin envelope, you know, so you end up potentially bending the comic. Now, I actually sold a couple of this book during the past few auctions. Now, I have to be careful about this. I'm going to cut it from the top. And I'll tell you, this is why I always recommend to people who buy, especially on eBay, don't assume that a seller knows or cares how to properly ship a comic book. And I always ask them if they can please mail it in a box, and I explain why. As you can see, there is no guarantee that people will actually do that. But, if you get one more person to do it, that's one less problem. All right, so this person was using the eBay tape. They should be using painter's tape, because this makes it much more difficult, because as you can see, this was the quote unquote protection that they provided for this. This is a silver key book, and this was a just listed buy it now. So I keep trying to let people know, and they didn't even they put it in a bag. Is there a board? Okay, yes there is. They taped it. That it is a lower grade book. It's probably a 1.8 2.0, but even still, for the price I paid, considering I will have to check it, make sure it's complete, obviously. But deals on key books are out there. So you know what? I'm gonna take this out because something doesn't. Let me see. This book has been trimmed, so I'm definitely gonna get my money back on it, which would explain why. Yeah, this book has been trimmed big time because I'm like, why is it overhanging? So it was Fantastic 448, first appearance of Galactus, but you can see this book has clearly been trimmed and horribly. So I'll be getting my money back on that. And that's the good thing about eBay is, you know, sometimes you're going to have sellers that are just not honest, but you have eBay protection and that will fix that. So if it would have been what I thought it was, I would have gotten it for $274.99 altogether, but I'm not paying, I wouldn't pay $50 for this trimmed. So unfortunately, the person only showed one image, and sometimes you got to take the chance. I thought even low grade would still been worth it, but not when it's trimmed. So it's definitely not what I was told it was. So I'll be returning it to get my refund. And yeah, and it's funny because this seller has like 500 um, negative ratings. But of course, I didn't notice that until after I bought it, and I can understand why. So I guess I'll be returning that. So it was Fantastic 448, first appearance of Silver Surfer and the cameo of Galactus, but I'm definitely not buying a trimmed book. So I'll be returning it and better not next time. So these things happen. Don't ever worry about it. You know, the beautiful thing is it'll take a little bit, but I'll get my money back and they can have their garbage comic back. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next